Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and this is all about my life after gastric bypass surgery. And today I'm going to give it a second try and I'm going to show you my attempt at trying to find shirts that fit and look flattering with my new body and my new shape and my 176-pound weight loss. So if you saw my last video, I tried the Amazon personal shopper to try to find some trendier, nicer, former fitting clothes because I don't know how to dress myself now that I've lost a chunk of weight. What I was noticing is I actually am in real desperate need for work appropriate clothes. I have some cooler weather clothes, a few sweaters and a few things that are in an appropriate size that I can wear. But when it comes to warmer weather or just wearing on an everyday basis inside an office, I just don't have anything I feel really comfortable in for work. I want to feel professional, but I also don't want to feel frumpy and I don't want to feel like I'm dressing in a way that isn't me. I need to figure out how I want to dress myself, and that's been really difficult. So the Amazon personal shopper, I just really wasn't a fan of that process, although there may be some merit to trying it a couple more times so that they can get to know what my style is a little better. I just haven't wanted to go through the process again. So instead, what I did is I spent an ungodly amount of time just searching through work appropriate business casual tops on Amazon, and I put like 9 of them in my cart and hoped for the best. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I found on Amazon for work appropriate business casual clothes that I feel a little bit better in. Some of them are bigger hits than others, and ultimately I still feel like I'm just getting an idea of how I want to dress, but I feel so far, I think, much better with these types of clothes for my work and my everyday life, and it gets me closer to feeling like I'm a real person who knows what my style is. Before I get into each top, I do want to say a quick thank you for anyone who's a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for supporting my videos and continuing to come back to the videos and engage with comments and talk with me. I really do love it. It's my favorite part. If you're not yet a subscriber, I just ask that if you like this video, if you find yourself coming back, just go ahead and show your support by clicking the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever one of my videos goes live. Also, really exciting, I just added memberships to the channel. So I have just done a 1 flat rate for memberships. You're either a member or you're not. I'm not bothering with tiers. I'm not bothering with getting things too complicated. But for $1.99 a month, if you want to support the channel in a more tangible way, I do have that available if you'd like to do that. There should be a join button at the bottom of this video screen. So if that is something that you're interested in, there are different perks for that. I have special emojis and special badges, as well as some members only benefits. If that's something that you would like to do, absolutely not required to continue getting the vast majority of the content that I put out. If it is something that you still want to watch my channel and you aren't able to be a member, that's totally fine. But for those of you who want to support in a different way, in a more tangible monetary way, that's available for you in case you want to and you want to interact on a little bit of a different level. So thank you so much for anyone who just continues to watch the videos and come back. I do appreciate that more than anything else. So enough about that. Let's get right into trying on these clothes. So this is the first top that I put on. This is the one that I wore today for work. I felt comfortable enough in this one that I actually just went ahead and wore it to my meetings today. A lot of the styles right now are these tunicky, longer cut tops. I'm actually not upset about that because I do have, you know, the loose skin that kind of bulges up in this area. It's kind of nice. It makes me feel a little bit more comfortable to have that coverage. So a lot of these styles are actually pretty popular right now. And so that's not terrible. It is, you know, it's still loose. It's not like super form-fitting, but of course that makes that very work appropriate. It has sleeves, but it's not like I'm, you know, covering up in these big bulky sleeves. And I like that it's kind of flowing, and in my opinion, it looks pretty flattering to me, or at least it looks like something that I feel comfortable in, which is the ultimate thing. So this is the first one, and I was really happy with the way this one actually ended up fitting. This is number 2. This is just sort of a slightly elevated t-shirt is really all this ended up being. It is nothing fancy. I do enjoy that the V-cut neck just kind of makes it a little bit more appealing and a little bit more flattering than like a normal t-shirt, and it makes it look a little bit more dressy than if I were to wear an actual t-shirt to my meetings. The lacy sleeves on this are subtle enough that I don't feel like it's kind of overkill. I did find out that there is a second shirt in there that has a similar style. I didn't realize that, but I'm not mad about it. I actually very much like this. This actually would also look really good layered with a longer sleeve shirt with that lace. So it gives me an option also for like the colder weather. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one as well. I think that it is good enough for a work setting. I wouldn't say that it's trendy, and I wouldn't say that it's like anything special and really helps me hone in what my style is, but I think it's work appropriate and it fits me. And that's really what I need right now, is clothes that fit me. So here's the next one that I have. I went ahead and put on the one that has the similar lacy sleeves, so you can kind of see the difference. It's a very different material. This one is a lot more clingy, so it's a little less forgiving if I'm like, you know, bending over and stuff, but it's also a very cool, very light material. So as long as I'm not, you know, being too picky on myself when it comes to the clinginess, I think it'll work out just fine. There are a couple details on this one that I'm not sure how I feel. I don't hate this. It's a little weird, like just because it doesn't really make sense. Like that's not doing anything. There's just 2 random buttons there. But at the same time, I mean, I don't hate it. It's not bad. Again, you've got these lacy sleeves that would probably look okay if I were to layer them with a like a white or a black long sleeve shirt in the winter. I'd have to kind of see how that looks, although with the V-neck, that might be harder to do. But ultimately, I ended up liking the way this one fit me as well. It's another one of those tunic styles, so it goes really long, and it just makes me feel like I have the coverage that I need. I'm trying to find a good balance here between things that hug me in ways that make me feel like I've lost weight and make me feel like I look as small as I am now compared to my old self. But at the same time, I still have some insecurities and some things that I want to cover. Partially because I'm talking about work clothes. I need to not have, you know, like tank tops. It's not super work appropriate, especially for my line of work, to be in spaghetti straps or tank tops. But also I have, you know, I've got my arms that even with sleeves are still flopping around, but it just makes me feel a little better to have some sort of sleeve there. So, you know, trying to find that balance between something that I'm comfortable in, that looks flattering, but still gives me the coverage that makes me feel like, you know, I'm not out there flapping around everywhere and my belly's jiggling. And, you know, even if I were though, and all of those things were happening, it's no one's business. I can do whatever I want and I can flop wherever I want. But this makes me feel confident enough to go to work and feel like, you know, I look presentable. Here is the next one that I got. It's a totally different style than a lot of the other ones. It's got this, you know, kind of fake pocket, and it's literally just a flap. Like I'm not really sure what the point of this is. And then a very like prominent metal zipper. So it has a very, very different look to it. But for a work shirt, I thought that this was kind of cute and maybe closer to the kind of style that I am. I don't know. I still don't know how to dress myself. I still don't know what my style is. But I feel like this is like interesting enough where it's not just a normal plain shirt, but it's also not like crazy or something. And I went ahead and tried to get totally different colors than I have in my wardrobe right now. I know that I do like colors. I know that much. And I like to be vibrant but still professional. So I feel like this is a fun blue. It also has that, you know, kind of flare in this tunic style that I feel is just pretty flattering. Again, for a work appropriate, you know, situation. So I like this one. I'm gonna keep this one too. So far, so good. Okay, are you guys ready for this? This one's probably the craziest one that I purchased. It's such a weird pattern, But the more I looked at it, the more I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot. So this one again is a very loose, very light fabric. So it feels really nice, feels really comfortable, and is cool. So for those warmer months, this is something I'm really looking for like more summer and stuff. It is, aside from being kind of a weird pattern, it is just basically a comfortable like t-shirt. So it gives me the best of both worlds. I have something interesting, but also just a comfy t-shirt kind of thing. The only thing that's weird about this one is it is very long. It literally goes down to like halfway up my thighs, which means that if I wanted to wear this as a very short dress, I could definitely do that. So I'm not sure. This might look good with like leggings. This actually might look good in the fall with like leggings and boots. And so it is kind of a long tunic, almost short dress kind of situation. And it might look better with jeans over the slacks. I wish, like, honestly, if I could just have it like this length, I think I'd be happier. It's just a little bit crazy long, but maybe the leggings thing would work out. Maybe that would look nice. I don't know. I don't hate it. It's certainly not what I would say is my style. I would certainly say this is not like, oh my God, that's so cute. I'm so glad I got this, but I don't hate it either. And because it's comfortable and it gives me something totally different to wear, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one too. It's less flattering, I think, than the other ones for sure. But with the right style, especially if maybe I have like an overcoat or something, I think I could make this work. I don't even remember buying this one at all because it seems to be just a plain brown shirt that is in a clingy fabric that now that I'm wearing it under this light, like in the mirror, it didn't look too bad, but I don't know. This is a little clingier than I'd like it to be. If I were to wear this with one of my high-waisted skirts, this might work. With the jeans, or the slacks, this is not something I'm enjoying because it's so clingy. I will say it's a very comfortable shirt. It's the right length, kind of, oh, that's not flattering either. Yeah, it's just not quite right. Let me go throw on the skirt that I'm thinking of though and see if that makes a difference at all. Okay, let's see if I can back up enough here just to go all the way back so you can see. This is the skirt. This is the skirt I'm talking about. But this would be like as sleek as I can make this. So I actually have on my compression shorts underneath this. So if you're curious what things look like when I try to keep them in place, I still very much have the loose skin that gathers right here. But I wear the compression shorts to keep everything together and to keep my, thighs from rubbing together. And it just makes me feel better when I'm wearing like skirts and dresses for work. So this is probably like as sleek as I would be able to make things. Because I don't really wear like Spanx and stuff. So because of that, you do see that line where my shorts are very prominently in this shirt. And no matter how much I have this kind of compressed in, you can still see that. So although I was gonna keep this one, I don't like this. This material is way too clingy for somebody who's got so many bumps and rolls. Even if it's soft, I'm gonna say this one's a no-go. Here's another shirt I'm not entirely sure what to think about. I don't hate this shirt, but I don't think that it quite looks right. It clearly looks like a t-shirt. If I can whip my hair out of the way, it looks kind of like a t-shirt from up here, and then like it wants to be something else down here. And it just, I don't know how to feel about it. It is very comfortable, but is this really like the look that I want and that I'm looking for? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how to feel about this one at all. Maybe you guys can give me some advice. I think when I looked it up online for a second time, I did notice that it was talking about being like a tunic for leggings and stuff like that. So maybe this would be one of those that would also look good with leggings and some high, knee-high boots or something. So maybe that's how I would do this and not with like slacks or something like that. So I don't hate it, but it also has this very prominent seam down the front, which just makes things kind of weird. So I'm undecided about this one. I kind of had it set aside, like maybe I won't keep this, but I don't know, maybe I can make the leggings part work. So first and foremost, this is a long sleeve shirt. I did grab one because I couldn't help it. I needed to try this one on. I really liked it. And so for colder weather, you know, I don't need very many sweaters and things, but I just couldn't help it. I really like the style of this. Second is that it's obviously very see-through. So I would definitely have to be wearing an undershirt with this. That'd be the very first thing that I would do, is make sure I have an undershirt on underneath this. I think this one would look really nice with some leggings for sure. It's like a cozy, colder weather kind of outfit. And I couldn't help it with these buttons. Like, I just loved the style of this shirt. It is definitely a little clingy. This one is one of those that I like so much that I'm gonna keep, and it's going to just get better with age, because slowly as I lose a little bit more weight, it's not gonna quite be so clingy in some of these areas. But if I have on an undershirt and I have on the right pants, I think this would be awesome. I can't help it. I love this shirt a lot. I really feel like maybe I should go put on an undershirt to go test that out. But ultimately this one's a very cozy shirt, and I know this one is closer to my style. So I wouldn't have normally gotten it in such a light beige color, but I'm trying to diversify the types of clothes and the colors that I have. So this one will definitely go well with the brown knee-high boots and leggings situation that I'll have going on in the fall. That's for sure. And last and certainly least is this shirt. This one not only also has that see-through thing going on, it is also way tighter than any of the other XLs that I tried on. This is not the same size as those are. It just isn't. It is not flattering, very clingy, very tight, but also, like, what is going on here? These Snow White sleeves? Like, what is this? This is just not it. This is not it. This was the first, like, real dud. Like, the other ones are like, I don't think they're really gonna work for me, but this one is just the first one. Out of all the shirts that I purchased, this is the only one that doesn't seem true to size. So, I mean, I feel like those are pretty good odds when you're buying things online and you don't really know what you're getting into. But this one's just not gonna happen for me. Even in a larger size, I just don't like this style. I just don't think I don't think this is it. Is this trendy? Because I don't think this is it. Okay, so there you go. Out of 9 shirts, I have 1 maybe and 2 no's. I feel like those are pretty good odds. Let me know what you think of the different shirts that I tried on. Maybe I'm like way off the mark with some of these, and maybe I'm just like delusional. I don't know, but I feel like I'm getting closer, and at least this experience was a little bit better than the personal shopper where I sent almost everything back, except for the pants that I'm currently wearing. This was actually something from that personal shopper experience. So, I mean, I did get a couple things out of it, but ultimately I just wasn't really satisfied with the way that that turned out. And I didn't feel like I had anything left that was really going to help me through work and having work appropriate clothes. I do have a few things that I really enjoy for casual clothes that I don't wear at work, you know, going out for events or just hanging out. I really have some stuff that I'll have to show you guys later that I really do love. A couple crop tops that I've been, you know, branching out into because I'm not really used to wearing stuff like that, but I am finding more and more that I'm getting comfortable wearing stuff like that. This was just work related, but I feel so much better and more comfortable going into my work meetings and stuff now that I have clothes that I feel fit me a little bit better. Both, I guess, physically fitting me better, but also fitting me and my personality a little bit better. I've been kind of making do with a lot of the clothes that I have in my closet and a lot of things that I got hand-me-down, which have really taken me really far, and I've been very grateful for that. But ultimately, I'm just slowly getting rid of pieces because they just aren't my clothes and they're not for me. And I want to find, you know, the things that I like that make me feel good. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I will also in the description link to every shirt that I had, just in case you are interested in looking more at those shirts that I bought. Make sure you stay happy and healthy and always look at the big picture, and I will see you guys in the next one.